Good morning.
Good morning.
It is Thursday. It is weekly vlog number 16. We're at Alton Towers. And we are here with guests. With guests? We're the guests. You invited us. So yeah, this is Alan and Stevie of Springy Tales. And I'm really bad at vlogging when there are other people around. I'm just realising that now. Apparently wants to go to CBeebies Land first.
I don't think I've ever been into CBeebies Land.
I think I might have walked through it once a long time ago when it wasn't CBeebies Land.
Yeah.
Wow, that looks fun. Into the queue we go. I'm having some fun with this camera. Did you enjoy, Smiler?
Yes.
It was
amazing.
Very interesting.
It wasn't as bumpy as I was expecting. They only got me here once.
What did you think of Oblivion? That I nearly forgot the name of it.
It was short.
It was short. It was fun. So we just did 13 and Rita. Yes, we did. Which did you like? Did you like them both?
I like both.
Yeah?
They're different.
Did you enjoy Nemesis?
Yeah.
I always love Nemesis. So first sneaky shots of Wicker Man here. We're just going to grab a bite to eat. A couple of chicken wraps each. Not a couple each. A couple between. So Wicker Man went down before we got on it. But we stood around the queue for a little while and got some fast passes to hopefully pop back there later. This is a very pretty theme park. Back in the car.
It's hot.
It's very hot. You had a good day, did you?
Oh, it's a fantastic day.
Yeah, it was really good. We're just going to get the aircon sorted, cools off. You're turning it up.
I know, I just realised.
And I don't think it'll ever get down to 16, but you can if you want to. The best one to put it on is that. Anyway, enough about aircon. So yeah, really good day, wasn't it?
Yeah, fantastic day.
And really nice to meet Alan and Stevie.
Yeah.
We've been watching their vlogs probably now for, well, since we noticed their Florida
Since
trip.
we saw the Florida trip, we watched every vlog.
We've watched everything since, so it was really nice to meet up with them.
Yeah.
Spend the day, and we can come back again before September.
Yeah, because there was a lot of rides. She said there was one point in the day where there was only like 2 rides open.
It worked well for us though, because
yeah, we'd done everything. The only ride we didn't do Galactica, and we didn't do Wicker Man, which is disappointing because that's the one we came for. But we've got a few tickets to come back now. Well, yeah, I hadn't done Smiler, 13, Rita, and I got to do all them. So and I got to ride Nemesis twice.
Twice, so he's got to Smiler twice. The second time was very fast and rough, and I banged my neck on that side and that side. But actually, it's
because you're on the back row.
It's not hurting now, so it was just, you know, it was
back row and late in the day.
Yes.
It's rougher.
So yeah, really enjoyed Alton Towers.
And we'll be back because we got a free drink. That's valid all the way up till September.
Now we've got to drive home.
Yeah.
And eat curry.
Yeah. Look forward to that.
Good morning. It is Saturday, and it is actually morning today. I haven't overlied or anything. I had to drop Gemma off at work this morning, and I had to pick up a parcel that involved a small hunt, because while the card that they'd put through the door had said one address on it, the website said another address. So I checked both post offices, and Sod's Law dictates there was a 50-50 chance that the first post office would have the parcel, but it didn't, so I had to go to the second one. So it was Tawdy post office this morning. As you could possibly see behind, the weather has continued to stay sunny, and will stay sunny until about the time when I pick Gemma up, and then it'll start raining for the rest of the weekend. We'll see what happens. It could change, but in the meantime I'm probably going to get out of the garden in a little bit and mow the lawn for the first time this year, because otherwise it's going to turn into a jungle and there'll be elephants and lions. But other than that, the rest of the day is going to be pretty relaxed, I think, because still a bit tired from Alton Towers on Thursday. Yesterday I was fine. This morning I woke up, I looked like an old man trying to get down the stairs. I was like, oh, I can't do it. Yeah, so probably not a good sign for Disney that we're going to be doing that every day. We probably have to have a few quiet days, I think. So yeah, quiet day planned. Picking Gemma up, fingers crossed you might finish a little bit earlier so we can have a nice evening together. We've got a nice steak apiece planned and a relaxed evening. I don't know what we're going to do, probably watch some vlogs or something. I kind of fancy, again, I know I said this a lot, but I kind of fancy picking a full trip and watching it end to end. Not one of ours, because we've already watched ours this year, but someone else's full trip end to end and probably get us really into the mood. So maybe we'll do that tonight. or maybe we'll watch another film. We watched Dark Tower last night. Now, I know that film was not well received, and I've read all the Dark Tower books, and I really enjoyed the Dark Tower books. I also really enjoyed the film, because some of the elements of the film were clearly influenced by the books, and it was really nice to see what was in my head put on the screen, because a lot of it matched quite well as well. Okay, some of the plot was a little bit ropey, but I thought, what's his name? Idris Elba. How could I forget that? He's in like everything. He's in like Sky adverts. He's in about 96 Disney films. I just saw in the past, I always, when reading the Dark Tower books, had the image of the Clint Eastwood-esque guy in a Stetson type thing going on. But when I read them in the future, because I do kind of fancy rereading the Dark Tower books, it'll be Idris Elba who plays the part in my head. Which I'm hoping that the way that film was critically received hasn't sort of ruined any further chance of exploring that universe, because it's always fascinated me. I love the fact that when you read Stephen King books, they all sort of tangle and weave into the Dark Tower series. And he said trilogy, then it's a lot more than a trilogy. Yeah, but so it's like, I mean, I love the way when you read Dark Tower, that sort of seeps into other Stephen King territories and, you know, properties that he's written. So I actually really enjoyed that film. I don't have great taste in films, but I don't really care. I enjoyed Last Jedi, and most people, well, a good number of people did not like that. Right, I've put it off for long enough. I'm going to have to brave the Spider Zone. Our shed, basically. Thought the lock had seized. The hinges definitely have seized. One moment, please. Now to give that time. Attempt number 2. First thing is to get the alarm off, otherwise everyone will... Oh, spider webs. Ugh. Hear me. There we go, the hinges are now free. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the TV box in here. And everything else. Dear me. Right, lawn mowing time. Oh look, more WD-40. I just found this under one of the evergreen trees. I think this might be a sparrow's egg. It's a pale blue colour with speckles, but it's got a hole in it, so evidently something's had this out of a tree and predated it from somewhere. I thought it was quite interesting, so I brought it in for a quick look. It's completely empty by the feel of it, there's no weight to it whatsoever. And the first mow of the lawn this year is complete. Went pretty well. New mower's still going strong. Lawn isn't as short as some people's, but I don't really care. I trimmed the privet bush back as well. I was going to trim the evergreens down and see if I could sort of think about removing them, but then I thought, well, with finding eggs and the season that it is, there could be nests hidden deep inside, so I'm going to leave them. Probably get rid of them in October. I also found probably the beginning stages of an abandoned wasp nest in the shed, so I had to do a brave routine of I watch it, make sure nothing comes and goes, and then smack it with a brush and run off. It just collapsed in on itself, so I think it was abandoned, fortunately. That's probably about the most stupid thing I'll do. I don't want to speak too early because it is quite early this year. So now I need to put everything back, and I'm still a little bit on edge, just in case, on the off chance that there is a wasp knocking around that's not too pleased that I just smashed its nest in. I'm one of those people who runs around the beach like a lunatic if a wasp comes near me or something, so that's not the best. Do you ever get that like paranoia feeling where like when you've destroyed a wasp nest that every single insect in the garden's looking at you as if to go, I'm onto you matey? Yeah, I got that, so I've come back in. I'm going to finish the afternoon by cleaning the kitchen and probably have a relax because I'm absolutely shattered. mainly because of illness rather than actual exertion, but there we go. So Gemma bought me the one t-shirt that I can't wear in Brewdog. Reason being, these are the t-shirts that the staff wear. So if I do wear it in Brewdog, they might ask me to do a shift behind the bar and I can't pour a pint.
I can.
Thank you, Gemma.
That's okay. Early birthday present.
Thank you. Tonight we decided to have steak night and I cooked it. There is a steak under all those potatoes and mushrooms. Also Gemma was hungry so we had ribs too. One thing we didn't show from our little trip to Alton Towers on Thursday is that we bought some merch. So these are just 2 of the 3 mugs. They were buy 3 for the price of 2, weren't they, Gem?
They were, yeah. So
we got Nemesis, Smiler and Rita. I can't show you more of these mugs because they're still full of coffee from this morning's breakfast. Oh, I can just show you, they do have Alton Towers Resort written on the inside, which is pretty cool. We also picked up 5 new pin badges. It wouldn't be me buying merch from somewhere if I didn't buy pin badges, would it? We bought this Rita one on the left and the 13 one. And we bought an Oblivion pin. And we bought a Smiler pin. And then finally, we bought Alton Towers 2018 pin. We didn't buy a new Nemesis pin because we already have one, which I think I showed on a pin badge video that I did a couple of weeks back. And ours is better. And also we didn't buy Wicker Man because we haven't ridden it yet and that would be against the rules. But yeah, it is Sunday today and unfortunately Gemma's feeling a bit poorly. I think Gemma's caught my cold from last week. Sorry, Gem. But we think we'll probably go out for a little trip out, get some fresh air, nip over to Dobby's Garden Centre because we need some new plants for the fish tank. We only have plastic plants but they look really old and tatty, so we'll get some new ones to replace them. And maybe we'll pick some nice food up or something from there for the week ahead. Probably beer. We just had a big breakfast as well. I cooked bacon and beans on toast and Gemma had bacon and scrambled eggs on toast. It was lovely.
And mushrooms.
Oh, mushrooms too, yes. Oh my, the Dobbies is very busy. There's a craft fair about. We'll go and check that out. Lots of owls here today, which is different. Okay. Cool. So they were a little rescue centre called S&R Birds, so we had a little donation as well. Very nice birds. This is definitely the most busy I've seen a garden centre ever. Sunglasses.
On the other side is men's.
Gemma's found fantastic decoration for the wall. That's bright.
It is, it's awesome. Look at the eyelashes. Oh, she's a fish, isn't she? She's lovely.
This guy's awesome. Long fish is long. We're looking at new fish idea for when we get back from holiday because our tank needs some new stock, we think.
That could be my birthday present.
I'm not buying you fish for your birthday.
Why?
If they all pop the clogs, that'll be really sad.
No.
These are pretty, isn't it?
Oh, these ones?
We're thinking tartar because we have live birds in the past and we've got millions of them there. Well, we haven't, but we have. There's a lot of choice colours. We just want something simple to look after. I want a blue shrimp. There's some big ones in here.
I'd say let's do a pond, but with all the cats that visit our garden, yeah. They wouldn't run away with that, would they?
We've started it, now we're all starting it.
Like a zen garden, very relaxed, with strange birds and bags of assorted plants. So now we know what amuses Gemma.
Who wants that in the garden?
A duck that spits.
Who wants that in the garden? Any of it?
You? What are you doing?
It's lamb season.
Okay. It's good. Gemma was quite impressed by 1,000 horse and pony stickers as well. So, because we're quite close to the holiday, we didn't spend any unnecessary money.
No.
We just bought Fentimans, pasties and a gigantic sponge cake. All in the necessities.
Yeah.
They didn't have any fish plants that we liked, so we didn't buy any.
Look online too.
Yeah. And we didn't see the craft fair until we left. It's outside across
it's
the car
all the way
park.
over, and it's raining.
Yeah, and we had a big sponge cake, so we didn't want to wander around a craft fair with a big sponge cake because everyone would eat it.
You could sell it for £1 a slice.
You could, we make
Make
money.
a profit,
wouldn't
yeah.
we? That would be the height of cheekiness, just buying a sponge cake from Dobby's and then go to the craft fair next door and
We
sell
eat
it.
My God.
So we're going to go and find somewhere nice to park up and eat our pasties for our lunch now, I think.
Mhm.
Where do you fancy going?
You go where we normally go, and sit if you want.
Where's that?
For the RSPB.
Oh yes, I know
Yeah.
what you mean. Okay, we'll do that. That's a nice idea. That's not a bad little place to stop, is it?
See Blackpool over there.
Yes. All the way over in the distance. Let's see if we can use the zoom on this terrible phone camera to show you. There's Blackpool Tower in the middle, and to the left of that is the Pepsi Max big one. Possibly a little bit difficult to see on this video, but we're getting some nice small murmuration of starlings in the distance over there. Seems to have dissipated a little bit now, but earlier on there was a big cloud of them. Yep, there's a bit coming up off the below. There we go. Wow. Wish I had a camera with decent zoom so we could show this better. And I wish I'd remembered my binoculars as well, but you know. Kestrel. Wow. Hovering right above us. I don't think I've ever seen a kestrel stay in one spot for so long as well. Normally by the time you've got the camera out they've flown off.
Let's see something good.
Glorious! It's flying. Whoa, whoa, what's it going?
It's flying into the kitchen.
It's flying into the kitchen onto a plate for you to eat. Just one big plate just for you.
Yeah, you're not having that.
Oh,
What
okay.
happened to this messy kitchen?
It's not that bad. You did most of the parts.
I did.
But yeah, Tuesday night. Didn't do much last night, so we didn't vlog. What I did do last night was, well, yesterday morning when I checked my phone, I had one of those 1 year ago today, and I was setting up all my camera equipment for the holiday. And obviously because we are leaving on the same date, the day before this year, actually, it's the day before, but about the same time this year, I thought, I better get a riddle on. So last night I cleared down all my memory cards, which took blooming ages, and I also set up my file hub thing. I'll show you that actually, it's quite cool. So yeah, I got quite a lot of questions as to what I do when we're on holiday with all of our memory cards. What do I store all the video on as a backup? Previous years, nothing. Didn't store any of it. I just put the memory card back in the suitcase and then hope for the best. This year what I've bought is this thing, which is a RAV Power file hub. I got it off Amazon, I think it was about £40. And what you can do with this is, in that end you can put an SD card, and in that end you can put a USB hard drive, and then you can use your phone to copy the files from the SD card to the USB hard drive. So ultimately I don't need to take like a laptop or anything, I can just make a backup copy of all the video on this little fella. The user interface is a bit, it's not great, let's just say that, but it does the job. It also has like a battery backup in it, so you can take it to the parks with you and charge your phone off. It's about 5,000 milliamp hours, I think it actually says here. 6,000 milliamp hours, there you go. It does other things as well, so if you plug in, hang on, if you're in a hotel that has a wired network connection and no Wi-Fi, not many of those these days, but you never know, you can plug in the wired connection in that end and make this into a little Wi-Fi hotspot, so then you can connect to it with your iPad or whatever. So it's actually quite a nice, useful little piece of kit. Bless you, Gemma. Gemma's now got my cold, by the way. But yeah, so that's one of the things I got out last night. Obviously, I did my memory cards I previously mentioned. Also picked out our little American USB charger because we have that much stuff that we take with us. Last year when we were on holiday, I just decided to actually get an American USB charger rather than taking travel ones all the time. But we have heard with Port Orleans Riverside that there aren't a lot of plugs in the room, so we're probably going to have to plan around that. Maybe take an extension lead or just juggle them about a bit. We'll see what happens. Maybe watch some room tour videos later just to confirm that.
Put it up there. Oh, was that higher? Hides the chin.
I'm trying to do it like in a way that's comfortable because I have to sort of stand
on your arse?
On the floor.
Yeah.
Then I'll be like 4 foot lower than fell. It is. What day is it?
Wednesday.
And I should be editing this vlog by now. But what did I do instead?
Watch Springy Tales live stream.
Yep. So now I need to do a rush to edit the vlog so we can watch it tomorrow and have it online for you to watch on Friday.
Yay!
I probably haven't mentioned this at an earlier point, but we did film the Alton Towers footage, of which you will have seen the highlights in this vlog. The full video, if you haven't already seen it, is on our channel. And also, Springy Tales' point of view of that is on their channel. So
and
I will...
shared it on our Facebook.
And you did? You did? I'll pop links to those in the description and hopefully in little cards up in the top here. Is it here? I think it's here. I'm getting better. I've improved. What are you doing? That's my nose. We're getting giddy now because it's nearly holiday time. I've got 2 more days in work this week.
I'm sick of reading about people flying out.
And 5 more days in work next week. 7 days in work. Yeah, because Living the Dream and Will and Lily left today, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. And Hacks left.
And Hacks as
They've
well,
arrived.
of course, yes. Oh yes, they arrived
They've
today.
arrived.
And soon be our turn.
Well, oh, excuse me. It's been a very, very long day.
Yeah. So what are we doing next weekend? Because last weekend, like this week's weekly vlog, I feel like we did some things because we went to Alton Towers.
Well, now it's all about packing and getting ready to go on holiday.
Oh, yeah. So we're not going out of the house at all between now and...
You might. We could do.
We will not be taking this camera just in case I drop it.
No.
But yeah. Oh, I'm just looking. I've got it held over a drink. Ow, thank you. That really helps because my arm's very, very sore. Anyway, should we end this vlog because it's getting on a little bit?
Yeah.
So this was weekly vlog number 16.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah, I think it was 16. We probably should check this.
Oh. It was weekly vlog number something.
It was weekly vlog number N.
We'll
and
see
next
you
week
next week
is
for
weekly vlog number N
X.
plus 1. Where N is a whole number between 1 and 20.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, see you next week, guys.
Bye.
Goodbye.